So today we're going to be diving into a topic or topics that you wouldn't really expect to see on this channel, especially what Gabe pumps out of his channel. And so it's going to be a little weird, but it's definitely going to be a more formal and precarious.
Alright, let's get started. So today, we're going to go over the best mobile games, and we're going to be ranting about how good they are. Basically, something like that, along those lines. We're right, David, something along those lines.
Yes, for
Anyway,
sure.
first mobile game we want to go off with is Subway Surfers.
I hate it so much.
We're basically just going to go over our thoughts about these games.
I hate Subway Surfers
Subway
for
Surfers is a
absolutely no
good
reason.
game.
For
Yeah,
absolutely no
it is a
reason. I
good
hate
game,
it.
dude.
Well, it's a good game. It's one of those games that you had, but it was always one of those games where if you were like on the bus, if you were like waiting at a doctor's appointment, you'd always have, and
Just to play
it'd
it.
be one of those games, but it's so good. It was a staple among the mobile gaming industry, but it also brought forth, like, you can attest to this, that it brought forth so many microtransactions. Like, you pressed one wrong thing and you were immediately booted to the
Dude, I hated that. Like, especially when I have no internet and I'm trying to play and I'm trying to be like, oh, maybe this is like a coin thing, and I accidentally click on it and then it's making me like pay for something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And yes, it was very bad. Like, most of the time you'd be like have these mini events where if you collect these 7 blocks you get a chance of getting another character, and it was just so many collectibles and chances that eventually it became the game we know and love today. Well, know and love quotation marks. And
I mean, there is people.
I believe that it's still a very good game, and I think that people should play it. It should be one of those games that you should definitely play.
Alright, there is something I want to talk about about the game. The crossovers are kind of random. Like, one of the crossovers is literally Burger King. And there's a Burger King mascot in the game, and I have him. It is like,
What do you have?
I don't know, don't ask. Don't ask questions. It took me like, what, a week to get him, something like that. I'm like, this is the Burger King mascot in Subway Surfers, man. I need to get him. So I got him. Also, I want to talk about why was Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes in the game? Like, that was so random. It happened like, I want to say like 3-4 years ago, something like that. But it was extremely random. And I'm pretty sure they probably had a ton of collabs, so I just like I can't name them. But yeah, my thoughts on Subway Surfers is it's a good game. But again, what he was talking about, like, it's not like a game, like you just randomly, like, if you're at like, let's just say you're on a date with with a woman or something, right? With a female.
You guys are both playing Subway Surfers.
No. And you're just like, she's just ranting on something and you're not paying attention, so you're just playing on your phone. So you're just like playing Subway Surfers, just completely annoying her, but just keep saying, and she's ranting about her and her friends like did something, you know? Anyway, the next game we're going to talk about is everyone's favorites, Planet Crossy Road.
Crossy Road. This is
literally no. This is literally just Subway Surfers, but like instead of like trying to not get hit by a train, it's not get hit by a car. That's literally all it is. I could say the same things about the microtransactions because there is a lot in this game. Don't be like, they would want you to like pay for coins or something. I'm pretty sure I haven't played the game in a while. I'm pretty sure there was also like Among Us in it or something. Also, don't mind me just walking around Skylanders. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. But there is what's it called? No, I forgot. There is it's basically the same thing. Like, you just randomly just like rip it out from your phone. Pause. You literally randomly just like, you just be
like you're on a date and then
yeah,
you
you're
just
on a date
randomly
and
whip it out.
you just like the same thing I'm talking about before, like how what's it called? Like, you're on a date or whatever, and she just be ranting. You can say the same thing about it. Also, yeah.
I feel like I'm way better at doing this than
Shut up! It's sort of like
You're like, so you know, like, yeah, you like, you like, like, that's literally all I hear whenever I hear you speak.
well, I'm sorry. My okay. Next game we're gonna talk about is the best mobile game ever. You ready for this, David?
Is it Jetpack Joyride?
Play Angry Birds.
Oh, Angry Birds. Which, are we talking about the OG Angry Birds?
I love Angry Birds. We can go on and about Angry Birds. I'm the D1. I'm a D1 Angry Birds glazer, dude. I will glaze that game to my grave, dude. I don't care. That game was something else, man. I don't care if that game was boring. It was something else, dude.
It
It was.
was definitely great. It was definitely an establishment in the casual game. And you can definitely see over time as the success grew that Rovio eventually became kind of like less like lackluster. Like it's definitely like if you look at Angry Birds 2 now, it's basically just Clash of Clans with Angry Birds, but the original game was definitely a staple. I keep on using that word a lot, but it's so applicable to these games. Like, you know, Angry Birds, you know, it's the king, I would almost say might be the king of casual. Like
I think
its
it's the king of
intent with Plants vs.
mobile games.
It's definitely when you think of mobile games, you definitely think of like
When I think of a mobile game, I think
uh
of those people, those random people rocking and like collecting like those multipliers, like you know what I'm talking about?
oh yeah, those. Well, it's definitely one of those staple it was had a simple story, it was
There was a
easy to
story.
repeat, and the story was, oh, pigs have the eggs, let's kill them.
I
And it
mean,
was
unless
easy
if
to
you watch the
repeat.
movies.
Oh, I forgot. The
Wasn't
movies.
JoJo Siwa in one of those movies?
Yeah, she's in like the second one, I think.
Anyway, speaking about Angry Birds,
Speaking of JoJo, see.
not Angry Birds. Let's talk about the collapse. They had. I can
Yeah,
remember
she
these. I think.
does.
Like the game collapse, like the actual, like they made games for them. I can remember Star Wars. Oh my God, Angry Birds Star Wars.
Wow.
Okay, it's comparable to Angry Birds Transformers. Oh, don't even get me started with that.
Transformers
Angry
was
Birds
a
Transformers, dude. That game was good. Like Angry Birds Star Wars is basically just Angry Birds for Star Wars, but this game is different. I
okay. The
I would still have it on
okay.
my phone if I didn't like accidentally delete it and then it got rid of all my progress. Cause I had like a ton of progress on it and then.
Hold up. I want to ask you a question. Do you remember Angry Birds Go?
Oh, the car game. I used to go to Toys R Us
Yes.
and I used to see those little Angry Bird Go things and they used to be like they used to cost money and you can like put the characters in like basically just like
Oh
Skylanders.
yeah,
Basically
I
just like Skylanders.
remember.
I have one of those. I don't know where it went now, but it's
Oh
basically just
yeah,
like
it was the same
Skylanders.
thing with Transformers, because I remember
Oh
when I
yeah,
used to
just
play
with
it,
that too.
and there would be a feature where it was like, oh, place the thing right here, and I was like, what is this supposed to mean? And now after I saw like Skylanders, I was like, oh, that's what it was supposed to be. Like it was so cool that, and it was very like it was very brilliant that they were able to have a mobile game, but also have a where you could beat the mobile game without buying anything, but it was also very unique that they had physical things that you could buy. And it was now we see Skylanders, we
Well, I mean, not
see
anymore. I mean, you don't see any of these anymore, to be honest with you.
we
Which,
saw
which
them
makes me depressed.
Skylanders,
Oh, if you want me to make
Skylanders
a whole different video on the Toys to Life thing, I could rant about that. I can rant
about the
about that.
Toys Alive.
Toys to Life, David.
I don't know what that is.
Exactly. It's basically what you're talking about. Anyway, also they had something else at the store which I'm gonna talk about. Oh, they had two things in the store I'm gonna talk about, but
We're talking about
first,
mobile games.
yeah, they are mobile games. First I'm gonna talk about Angry Birds Ryu, that one bird movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Hold on, say it again.
Ryu or not Ryu? What am I? How do you say it? You know that one bird thing? I forgot what it's called. It's something with an R though. That bird, the blue bird.
Space.
No. He went to like Brazil and he got busy with another bird and he almost went extinct.
Oh, Rio.
Yeah, Rio.
Oh,
like
I
that.
remember that. I remember that was a
I don't know why I
that was
said Ryu.
cursed. That was uncanny.
That was a good movie. I don't know what's a crossover though.
I never watched Rio, but I always heard it was a good movie.
Alright, next mobile game. I don't think you know this one, but I just remember these two, which were also at like the store. These were like these little tiny brick things. They were called like sick bricks, and you would like buy them at the store, and then on your phone you would like transfer them into like a game, and you can like it's basically like Sky. I don't think you know what Skyline is Swap Force. And you like should match.
I
them.
think I'm just hearing the ramblings of a madman right now.
No, it was basically Legos. It was basically Lego Dimension, but just like brick, like different. You know?
No.
Wait.
I don't know.
Anyway, but there was that one, and then there was also another one called Monster Jam. No, what was it called? Monster something Monster 500. I don't think you know what that is. Monster. I forgot what it's called. It was like Monster something 500. But it was like a car game, and then you would buy the cars. You can either buy the cars on the game, or you can go to the store and you could buy the cars there. I thought that was kind of like a cool game. Oh, I was about to say the S word. Anyway, the next game we're gonna talk about. How many more games should we have?
We have to talk. We're talking about what we Rise of Kingdoms.
No, don't get me started with Rise of Kingdoms. No.
We gotta talk about
No, we
it.
don't.
We
That
have
doesn't even
to.
like that shouldn't even be called a mobile game. I mean, well, obviously it is, but like it's not like a
Rise of Kingdoms.
it's not like what's it called? Like a nostalgic video game, like mobile game. You know what we need to talk about? We need to talk about Plants vs Zombies, Pixel Gun 3D, and Jetpack Joyride, and Temple Run. Let's talk about Temple Run real quick. Because it's gonna take like Temple Run's gonna take like 2 seconds. Basically Subway Surfers, but instead of a kid, it's a grown man and he's getting chased by like a gorilla. Next game, we're gonna talk about Pixel Gun. Actually, we're gonna talk about Jetpack Joyride.
I don't ever remember Pixel Gun 3D. I remember
So
Jetpack Joyride.
I'll talk about Pixel Gun 3D and you can talk about Plants vs Zombies. So let's do Jetpack Joyride real quick. So basically, again, these mobile games are really repetitive. To be honest with you, I don't know what I'm doing. But they're like really repetitive. It's basically just like all the other games. You know what Jetpack Joyride is. If you don't know what Jetpack Joyride is, I think you must be living in a rock.
In a rock, not under a rock, in the rock.
Anyway, but you basically just tap on your fingers and boom. The next game is. I'm gonna let you talk about what's it called? Plants vs Zombies. Go ahead. Go ahead and yap.
So Plants vs Zombies 2009, the casual mobile game. This was the game that was specifically made for all people. Easy to learn, hard to master. This game sculpted an entire format for tower defense. And it was so influential that it is still affecting mobile games today. Plants vs Zombies 2 is still getting updates. Now granted, it's never going to be the original. The original was so good because it was so simple. The art style, the levels, the difficulty, the creativity that PopCap put into it was so good. And I'm probably going to do a separate video on it. And it shouldn't be that hard. But back to Plants vs Zombies, it was so, I don't even know how else to describe it than simple. It wasn't like other games where I'm pretty sure there weren't any microtransactions. You could complete the game, and when you complete the game, you got tons of bonus stuff. So even after you spent all this time going through the game and spending all this time trying to successfully beat the game, you could still have content. You still had extra stuff, and it was only like a team of like 30 people, that or even less, that made like 50 mini games and completed the entire story. And what's so good about Plants vs Zombies, the original, is that you got a new plan after 1 or 2 levels, so it was constantly new, and you constantly had to reimagine. You had to be creative, and that was very, very interesting. Like old tower defenses, it was they couldn't attack your they couldn't attack their defenses, so it was just kind of going along a path. But in Plants vs Zombies, you are the it's very smaller, it's not as complex, and it's almost induces a sort of risk that they can actually attack and they're trying to get where the plants are. And it's so strategy and like it's very engaging when you play. The early levels, they are so well designed that if you ask anyone who played the game about what they felt about the tutorial, then they'll ask you what tutorial, because the tutorial was so well put into the first levels that it didn't feel like a tutorial, but you learned about keeping a stable stun economy, creating defenses and offense, and dealing with special zombies. And I still think today that Plants vs Zombies 2 is a great game. It, however, has fallen into the treachery of EA and contract workers, which I'll go into in a different time. But
On
overall,
his channel.
I think that overall, I think Plants vs Zombies is just a masterpiece, and I encourage all people to play it. Like, it doesn't just have to be on your phone. You can download the game on Steam, most likely. But again, I would just say it's one of the games that cemented PopCap as the king of casual games, and it's definitely one of those games that you can play after a long day and still have fun.
So you're done vamping?
Yes.
Anyway, if you want to know more about it, subscribe to Dave Does Stuff on YouTube, and he'll probably make a video. I don't know when. Also, this game sucks. I'm playing, like, you can see what I'm playing. It's like Mario Kart and Skylanders, and this is awful. Anyway, back to the video. The last game I'm gonna go over is Pixel Gun 3D. Now this game fell off hard. Like, it fell off so bad, I don't even know what to talk about. That's how bad it is. It used to be an amazing game that just fell into a trap of which every game falls into. Every major company, well, not major, every company, which is greed. And they got so greedy to the point, it's just bad. I'm not gonna explain too much about it. I'm just gonna explain what it is if you don't know. It's basically just like Call of Duty. Like, they made it for like Call of Duty, like an older Call of Duty game, but Minecraft. But if you want to know more about it, I recommend you watching someone else's video about it, because I don't know as much as they do. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna go over with. If you guys want me to do a part 2, if this does well, I'll do a part 2. Probably not though, because I doubt this will. I doubt I'll even publish this. Actually, yeah, I will. But yeah, if you guys want me to do part 2, I'll tell me. But I'm going to head out. Try not to drag this video too much longer. But yeah, subscribe to me and subscribe to Dave Does Stuff. See y'all next.